Okay, now we can start.
Hey!
Now we can start.
What was that? Bound chicka wow wow?
Bound chicka wow wow.
Brown chicken, brown cow.
That too.
Yeah. How's everybody?
Lovely.
Yeah?
Yes.
He's excited because it's a long weekend
It
for
is.
him.
I'm really excited. It's a long weekend.
Long weekend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's gonna be
yeah.
cool.
Work, play, all of the above. So yeah, it's
That's how
gonna
it should
fun.
be.
It's gonna be fun. So.
Bobby, quit
What?
biting your fingernail.
Oh my God! Don't say
He
that.
doesn't have
My-
any
Now
anymore.
my mother's gonna watch.
Oh.
And now she's gonna say
Hey.
something. So now
Well,
here we
your
go.
mother is right.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You know, she used to like put that spray on when I was a kid.
Oh, the
and I would-
nasty taste
yeah,
and
I would
stuff.
go,
I had that too.
wipe it off, and I just go back to biting.
It was spray. When I was young, it was
No, it was like it was
polish.
like nail polish.
Yeah.
It was a really bitter whatever nail
Yeah.
polish. And I just went.
It was bad.
Went back to
I think
biting,
I just
so.
got used to the taste and probably just got a little poison in my mouth.
Yeah, it was rat poison.
Yeah,
is
because
what
I
it
couldn't
Yeah.
stop. I mean, it was like, try as you may.
Yeah.
I
will
shouldn't
still bite my nails.
like dog on you because I did bite mine to the nubs, but then
Now
I
you
started.
just pay $80 a week to get new ones.
It's like every 3 weeks, but
Yeah.
anyway, it's
I don't think so.
it is.
You're so
Yeah,
full of
because
it.
if you
these
gotta
nails
let it
last
grow.
Oh, that's
around-
right. It's the lashes that are every week.
Yeah,
Is
but-
it?
The nails are at least every other
Yeah,
week.
we don't need to talk about those. But let's go back to the nails. If I didn't have this overlay, I would bite mine to the nub, and I still have like nightmares about it.
Really?
I have
Maybe that's what I need
nightmares
to
that
do.
I can't get my nails done, and then all of a sudden I bit one down, and it,
What if you'd have
my
felt
heart
bad if
rate.
I'd have said I hadn't bitten it? I'd been hitting it with was nailing. I was doing a home project and I hit it.
I know better.
if you hit every single
better.
one, then that would be
I know
more like
better.
self.
I
would-
would say, go ahead and stop doing
I
your
would
home
be
improvement
I would be
projects.
more likely to hit this than I would the nail
Jeez,
if you just
Robert.
ask my
Holy
wife.
smokes.
I'm not handy at all.
Yeah, well,
So
we all have our strengths.
yes, we do.
Yours is running a news organization.
Trying to anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting what has transpired over the week, and I don't want to dwell on it because apologies have been made. But
Yes. And more to come.
unfortunately, I think damage is done before apologies are made, and the really the only thing that I was upset about is the personal attack. That was my first God, because
Yeah.
of course I love Michelle.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, we protect. It's not just you as the boss protecting your own, but we
Yeah.
all stand together. Like if anybody's
We
talking
are
smack
family.
on,
Yeah.
Shuck, I'll knock him down.
Yeah, me
Right.
too. But I don't think that it was warranted for one because I went back and read every article and watched every video segment that we did, and it was perhaps one of the most balanced stories that we've reported on. So I just think it was unfounded. I also think that the attack in a public forum undermines the job at hand, freedom of press, responsibility
Well-
as an elected official. I mean, and I get that he has strong feelings about it, but
Well, and again, I
gotta
think
do
that,
better.
I did have a meeting with Alderman Greg Fletcher and the mayor earlier this week, and he was apologized, very contrite. He's also going to apologize to Michelle at the meeting on Tuesday night, which she did not want, but
Yeah.
when they offered it, I accepted it. So I think it's just, again, we've gotten to this point where, and I think this comes a lot from above, because you do see how President Trump treats anybody who tries to report objectively against him, who tries to say things. So he berates people, he belittles people, and we have people who think they can act that way now. And it's like, that's not how we should be conducting business.
do you think that stems from our president?
Absolutely,
I think
100%.
I think it was long before
I think it's a
he was
personal-
It's
ever
gotten
president.
I
it
think
has
it's
gotten worse
everyone-
since he's been in office,
I
and
think
especially
it's-
round two. Because first term, it was fine. I didn't. But this term, there's an edge. There's a difference. Again, they did go after him, so I can see where he might want to get his pound of flesh back.
Yeah.
But still, that does. We have people who think they can do that at other levels, and they shouldn't do that. And again, once I had a really good chat with Greg this week. I believe he was sincere. I accepted it, and I'm willing to move on. But again, don't. We did everything we could to make that a balanced story. Reached out to him the whole 9 yards. That's what we're always going to do. And again, that's what we want to do. And I want to move on. And as long as we are all treated fairly and with like humans, then
Yeah.
then we're fine.
Yeah.
So
Also, I want to add, okay, so you kind of blamed that on Trump. I don't think
I don't think so
that
either, but
it's that
it may have
necessarily.
something to do with it,
Also,
but it's multi-factor.
you just had like that Trump mentality of if something's said that we don't like or it was said, that was wrong, he will go out of his way to point that out. Now, I don't know if you can give me like an
Or
instance where
even if it's not
I
wrong,
know.
he's gonna call bullshit, and he's gonna try to
So give me an
change the
instance
narrative.
where
I
he-
can't off the top of my head.
Okay,
no, I'm
fine.
gonna do
Outside of that, I
But-
did respect you for
Yeah.
doing that because my thing is we are a different kind of news organization. We are not the news organization that's going to roll over and hear fake news when we did do our due diligence. We are not the news organization that's going to take shit in our comments section. When we're running a business, we're representing great local businesses. They are sponsoring us back. And we're not the same news organization that has an overhead telling us, no, you can't do this, this, and this. That's the beauty of being locally owned. And I think you kind of, established that in your presence at City Council. You established a little bit of respect on my behalf because I like the fact that to think, my boss will stand up
I just
for
wish
me.
my tone was a little hard when I went barreling in there. I just should have just said, "Do we have an issue?" and voiced it like that.
There's always a way to do
But-
things better. Hindsight, which
I don't regret doing it. I
Yeah.
just wish my tone had been a little
Tapped.
dialed back.
Yeah, I
So-
think so on both sides, there are probably some things that both sides would have done differently, right? But
Sure.
it's when emotions are running high and it has to do with your people, and that, again, goes for both sides. So Greg was, talking about his ward and his duty as a public official, and you were taking your responsibility as a leader and friend very seriously, and I respect both sides for that. I do think that under the underlying issue is we got to learn to be a little more respectful, be a little more tactful, and if you hear something that you don't like, you still have to sit back and say, maybe I don't like it, but that doesn't mean that I get to lash out in any certain way, especially as public figures, elected figures. So it is what it is. Hopefully it's a learning experience for everybody, and I hope that Michelle doesn't ever tone down her reporting abilities because she's phenomenal.
All media, reporters, commentators, announcers, we are all the watchdogs
Yeah.
of government.
Yeah.
We are now hopefully established as the bulldogs too.
And thank you for also proving one of my points. You said fake news. Where'd that come from? Who started that? How did we get down that road? What did he say? What were part of his comments?
But I think
Where'd
both,
that stem from?
So the first
both
thing,
sides use it now. Both
but
sides
who started
always
it?
use.
But who started it? Thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks.
I guess.
well, but there is such a thing as fake news. So what
Yeah.
came first? The comment of the calling
Him
out the fake
calling
news,
it that, and
or-
some of it should have
but
been, yes.
isn't-
But
okay, so
but now
then-
it's used anytime you
okay.
disagree with anything. That's what's used. That's
Right.
the first thing that comes out of somebody's
Not mine,
mouth.
I say bullshit.
And it's ridiculous.
It should, but
and I would accept that. That's
bullshit.
great. Yeah, absolutely.
That's bullshit.
but
Which
fake
is okay to
news
say
should have
now
happened.
too. On
Right, yeah.
That's right.
But I just think that,
Maybe
that-
he coined the term. That's fine. But again, okay, good on him for calling out when it is absolutely fake news. You can't call something fake news that clearly had multiple stories, multiple sides.
I think and maybe this is the psychology lover in me, but I think it's when you think you have a backing. So you say something that you expect people to applaud you for.
Yep.
Because you have the right to speak your mind. Well, yes, you do have a right to speak your mind, and maybe you're expecting that applause or that like. I think a lot of it's social media is what I'm getting at. When you have a platform and you're posting things or saying things because you want to get that engagement of people who agree with you in your fart chamber. That fart chamber should not be the city council chambers, right? Like you don't get to go and look for likes there. You're liked well enough that you got elected. Let's keep it to that, and everything else should be a little more unbiased and professional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, like I said, we turn the page, and like I said, he's going to issue a public apology Tuesday night. I think that's great. And then we all move on, and let's just do what we can to, and again, there's going to be more of these things where the city's going to crack down on people. And again, it's our job to get both sides. So we're going to go talk to the next person that the city decides to clean up their yard, and that person's going to like have their own excuses and their own stuff. But it's just giving them their voice. Just because the city's taking this action, that doesn't mean we do that. I mean, when we go to court this week, we had a court case where the kid who had the gun, allegedly had the gun at Barney's, and his attorney said, oh, there's more to the case. Yeah. Okay, we let him have his say. We let Todd Eiler have his say, because Todd Eiler kind of called bullshit on that. So we get both sides. That's what we do. And if you don't like that, I'm sorry, but that's how it is done.
It's the way of the world. I will say that I was glad that Mayor Moore stepped in and said, I will caution you, because I think that's what should be done. There should be a leader who puts the kind of kibosh on anything that is unnecessary or disrespectful, which I think that you would do as well, which you did. Maybe lost your temper a little bit flying off the couch and drive down your butt. Again.
I was all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
Yeah, it happens. And
let's not have been drinking Mountain Dew.
I don't drink Mountain Dew.
Let's turn the page.
That's gross.
But yeah, I think this is not going to be the last time. So
Pepsi's a great sponsor, but I don't like Mountain Dew. How's that? I'll drink Pepsi Zero or something.
Yeah,
How's that? There we go.
All right,
Coke.
so
that too.
Let's turn the page.
But
and
I'm getting on your blood pressure game.
Yeah.
Yes, because my blood pressure was stupid high Monday night. So yeah, it was And my wife, God, St. Ellen, was like, settle down. So I settled down a little, and then So, but anyway, move on.
Turn the page.
Moving on.
Let's turn the page to something a little more fun. Can we talk about your jersey?
Oh, thank you. I'm representing the big news that you guys don't
She'll be on
want to talk about.
She'll be on page 6 of Muddy River News.
What's that mean?
The calendar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know what that means.
Yeah.
The British tabloids on page 6, that's where they put centerfolds.
Anyway, it's the news.
my lace football jersey in honor of both the engagement and football kickoff week.
Yay! And no correlation there.
Nope, not at all.
And I did you guys see my Facebook kind of like, it was an impromptu kind of poll thing where I was like, okay, so it's funny how a lot of people don't care. It's funny that a lot of people hate it.
I think a lot of people pose that they don't care, though.
I think it's impossible not to care because you do have opinions on it one way or another, even if you want to be in the crowd that says we don't care, it doesn't affect us. Like I said, I have no skin in the game, but I do think that it is a perfectly timed PR.
Yeah, and if you can't recognize that as somebody, like, I don't really, oh my gosh, I don't really care about football. I'm so sorry. But
yes,
I pretend.
You're in a fantasy league.
I pretend.
That's all right.
I pretend.
What's the name of your team?
It doesn't matter.
Come on, tell me the
I
name of your team.
pretend, to fit in. And it's also a good time for friends. It reminds me of, whatever. I try
it's a pastime and it's fun.
Yeah.
Tradition. Cool.
And so that's why I do that. But, like, if you're going to just blindside and be like, oh, I don't care because I don't care about football and I don't care about Taylor Swift, do you not respect just mastery in PR?
Yeah.
I mean, I do think this is an amazing PR stunt for both her and...
You don't think they really love each other?
It doesn't. It doesn't have to be mutually exclusive. I think it can be.
They could.
I think you can have both, and I think that people are arguing about that. That's kind of why my poll was set up the way it was, because yes,
I guess I don't
think
care
it can
about
be both.
if they do or they don't, but I will recognize
Mad respect for how well it's been done.
Yes,
mad respect.
I will respect that. That's what I'm saying in that.
Respect.
Will there be a prenup?
Oh, I thought there already was, like before they even did the engagement.
If I know Taylor Swift and being the mastermind of, and people can love to hate her as well, but I respect a very strong individual, I'm not even going to say woman, but a strong individual who's played the game as well as she has, rose to fame as she has, performs as she does.
Are we talking about Madonna?
She's this generation's.
Modern day. Yeah.
I mean, Madonna did great moves in marrying a certain someone. I can't think of their name right.
Penn.
Guy Ritchie?
Sean Penn.
Sean Penn.
No, but who's the one who actually, she either dated or married a great musical, like, artist?
Wasn't it Guy Ritchie? They
He's
were
a
married.
director.
That's an
He's a
actor,
film
a
director.
director.
Oh, I see. I have
So
no idea.
I think she's had multiple marriages.
But she had kids with Guy Ritchie, I feel.
But one of these people, like, she kind of latched on to him, and somehow he basically helped her write everything as a partner.
Okay.
Like, she did this. I mean, maybe it was for love. I don't know, but it sounds to me like it was more like
She's been married twice.
Okay, so maybe this is
Guy Ritchie and Sean Penn.
This was not a married person, but she latched on to this person. God, I wish I could solve
Sorry.
it. But yeah, she made this happen with like her early albums, and I know that sounds really messed up because you want to give Madonna credit, but she has like the co-writer on most of her songs. That was her partner at the time.
Yeah, but even if you, it's going to be hard for me to speak what's on my brain, but even if you are using something to your advantage, that still means you're smart enough to do it. And that still makes you a mastermind. That still makes you playing the game. You're great at playing the game, even if it is a game. Even if you bring in the right people and you're not necessarily doing it on your own. To know that and to execute it as well as Taylor Swift has done, and as well as Travis Kelce as well as they've done together, I think you have to respect it. Whether you think that it's true love and you want to respect this modern day fairy tale, or you think of it as complete bullshit and just a way to sell jerseys and albums, which a lot of people do. I have a thing that I think it can be both. I also think that marriage is tough enough in a normal world. To have that in the spotlight is going to be tough. So I wish them well. I won't be placing bets on if they actually get married or have children, but like we were talking about, now that they're engaged, the next thing the public's going to want, is there a prenup? Let's see the prenup. Let's see the, let's see
I feel like people are fast forwarding and asking what the divorce album cover number is going to be.
When's the baby coming?
I can see why people though are upset because you don't want to put PR on love.
But shouldn't it be expected if you're both in that kind of limelight?
I guess
it's got to be expected.
I guess I understand where people are upset because marketing love is kind of icky. Like, look at Love Island. I mean, I know people are just glued to it because it is what you're glued to. But Love Island,
people love the soap opera of it.
Soap operas in general.
Yeah, but they love. That's why I'm like, okay, this is a great story. So originally, and I know I've said this before, Mahomes was the soap opera of the Chiefs. Now, it's been Kelce. So I wonder how that dynamic is, and if they're still best friends. And then
fine.
Yeah, but it's just all the drama. People who say they don't care are still watching it all unfold.
Guys honestly don't give a
bullshit
shit about that.
No, when it goes to
hate,
money.
They either love or hate her.
He's the quarterback. He's going to make more money. That's the way it's going to be. He's a tight
Out
end.
of marketing, though, you don't think.
But some
Kelce's
guys
making
hate
more?
Taylor Swift because of this.
Patrick Holmes is in. Okay, if Patrick Holmes isn't in a commercial,
Mahomes?
Kelsey's in a commercial, or they're in commercials together. So I don't think there's any jealousy between those two guys.
Oh, no. I was just saying, like, between the girls and, like,
Yeah.
Well, y'all are catty.
It was
so
Brittany.
yeah.
we're
Brittany
bitches.
was the
Yeah.
spotlight.
It's Brittany, bitch.
She was the Instagram
Yeah.
Casey spotlight, and then Taylor came along, and you can't compete with that.
Wiping it out. I did see this thing that was really interesting. So, Jason Kelce's wife, Kylie, how, like, the trajectory of her life, meeting this semi-ordinary dude, marrying him.
Meeting him online, not knowing he was a football player.
Getting thrust into this, like, limelight, having a family, then finding out that Taylor Swift is going to be your sister-in-law. Like, what a weird.
Was he an NFL football player when they met?
He was an all-pro center for the Eagles.
And he was on a dating app? Mm-hmm. That's kind of cool, I guess.
I mean, trying to find the everyday love. But I don't know her, but she seems very, very cool, just from what I've seen.
She has a very popular podcast as well.
So I just love that it gives us something to kind of take our minds off of. Of course, my conspiracy tinfoil hat comes on. What are we distracting from? Something is out there happening all the time. Don't shake your head because there's always something weird happening. Yeah. So we'll see what's coming up. But yeah.
We'll take a break and be right back.
On an upcoming edition of Muddy River Gems brought to you by Dot Foods, take a look inside the new addition to the History Museum.
And I mean, growing up here, I remember going there as a kid in the children's library area and the reading rooms, and it's just a very cherished building, and the Historical Society's been proud to be able to help maintain this and preserve it for the community.
So as new patrons come into the museum, they're going to go in the front entrance right over here, and luckily we'll be greeted with an elevator that's going to be right here to our right, and the stairs to the welcome desk over to the right, over to here to the left. So
That's coming up on the next Muddy River Gem, brought to you by Dot Foods.
Here, I'll do my professional announcer voice. So here. Now, welcome back to Club Muddy from. Okay, that's enough.
Boy, wow.
That was really good. I was waiting for you to finish.
From the Club Muddy Studios. Here's.
Was that your Mad Dog Manus impression?
No. That I got to squint and snort a little bit for that.
Was that your football commentator voice? Because that's coming up.
Football. Well, last night at the Quincy University game, there was a big-time celebrity in the house.
Ooh, I think I know who that is.
Former All-Pro quarterback Kurt Warner. His son is the assistant. He's the offensive coordinator for Quincy University, and this is his son's first college job. And
how cool!
Kurt was there to watch his son last night.
Very cool.
Very awesome. He was up in one of the boxes up there, and hopefully, I haven't heard from the guys yet, so hopefully nobody bothered him or anything, and he just got to watch his son. Because the son's like, yeah, my dad's Kurt Warner, but we mentioned
Is
the
his
passing
son as
one.
hot? I'm gonna have to see.
He's an attractive man, yes.
All right.
Attractive young man, yes.
I
He's got a
love
couple
that
of
you
sons.
say that. Okay.
He's an attractive young
I love
man.
that
Yeah,
you're
I'm
secure enough in your
I
mind.
Absolutely.
ran into Crazy Cakes earlier this afternoon, and Lindsay, she works there. She was bouncing off the walls, and I figured she had too much coffee, but no, it was because Kurt Warner was spotted there.
That's
and
so
she's like, "Do you want to see the
cool.
photo? Do you want to see the photo?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Does he still have like paparazzi following him around?
I don't know, but after this, maybe.
That's cool.
Yeah, I wouldn't have. I thought to myself, I'm like, when was he here? She said earlier this morning. I was like, oh, thank God, because I felt like if I just missed him, that would have been
Kick
an
yourself
instant.
in the ass.
Yeah, so anyway, I don't
When
know.
I say paparazzi, I mean me. I'm out there just.
I'm surprised you didn't just make a beeline to Billy's box, his own luxury box, and
don't tempt me. And the season's just starting, so I'm sure I'll be there at some opportunity.
I think we should all go there. I think there'll be a lot of fun.
Would
So.
you be able to pick Kurt Warner out in the crowd?
Absolutely.
Not me.
No?
Sorry, Kurt.
And I think it's just because I've always found him so attractive. He's just very attractive.
Back when the Rams had their training camp up in Macomb, Ellen and I took the kids up there for a day, and he signed autographs and did all that stuff. So we've got and he's a very religious guy, and he had his First Things First Foundation, which was a church-related foundation, and he had a visor, and he signed it for Alex and signed a T-shirt for Michelle. So, and I still got a picture of the two of them together when they were little. So.
Very cool.
And just all what I've heard, everything he is genuine. He's just a really good dude. So
speaking of football, did you guys see the booths, the liquor booths post about beers at each stadium? How interesting was that?
The prices,
Yeah. So
Cool post.
Yeah, it was very cool. So I noticed that the Lions, which is, I don't know if you guys remember, I latched onto them at the end of last season.
Why was that, Ashley?
the coach was hot.
The coach is hot, but also I always root for the underdog, and they have never even made it to the Super Bowl. So I'm rooting for them again this year. Luke got me a sweatshirt. I'm official now, guys. Detroit Lions fan. Their beer was $7.20, I believe.
One of the cheaper ones.
It's second cheapest.
Cincinnati had the cheapest
Yeah.
beer.
The Browns. Yeah.
Does that reflect
Their
on,
Browns were on there too.
Browns are cheap too, yes.
Does that reflect on the team's success?
It generally reflects on the
Probably
location of the country.
Supply and demand.
Because New York and LA were the most expensive.
Yeah,
And
which
then in the Midwest, it's cheaper. So
Yeah, but very, very cool. So I'm the Lions. Now, do we know, is Coach Campbell going to be I haven't even done any homework or anything to.
When's your fantasy draft?
I don't have a fantasy draft. I just watch football.
Do you want to sub in for mine?
No, I think you got it covered. Okay?
I don't think I do.
You got it covered.
I'm going to.
What's your team name?
It doesn't matter.
Isn't it like Titties and Cities or something
Oh
like
my
that?
gosh!
What is it?
It's Remember the Titties.
Yes.
There you go.
I love it. Why wouldn't you just say,
Because what if somebody takes it, just like they did,
copyright that shit,
I took it.
B?
I took it in one of my leagues.
Did you?
Yeah.
See?
You sniper.
I felt the same way about my daughter's name. I was always going to be like, I'm calling her Beans for life because people will take her name. And the next thing you know, we were at Union Station and the little fish goes around the ceiling and there's another Mela in the actual station. I'm like, oh, well, okay, there goes that.
You know what? It's flattery.
It is.
Yeah.
Should
Wait,
be
what?
flattery. Having somebody take the name.
Oh, well, I don't think that lady took my daughter's
maybe.
name. I think she did the sound game like me, maybe.
Yeah.
So I'm going to
Wait, what?
the sound game. You like the way it sounded?
Like, I liked the name Layla, so then you put, like, a letter in front of each
and just
one. And I was,
C?
instead of Ayla, I was like, Ayla, Nayla, Mela. I was like, oh, that's
Layla's
it.
really pretty. Did a good job. Anyway, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but sound game really threw me.
Back to football.
Back to I'm going to Nashville with a bunch of my old high school buddies for a fantasy football draft in Nashville this weekend.
Cool.
So that's gonna be fun.
How you
And
getting there?
Flying in my cousin's plane.
Which?
He's got a little pilot plane.
What just happened to your cousin's plane?
They had to replace the fuel pump, so it's fine now.
Do you have your will drawn up?
Oh yeah.
You have a
Absolutely.
succession plan for here at MRN?
She'll
There we
run.
go.
She'll run the show.
Perfect.
It'll be fine.
Okay. So, not that I'm like wishing that. Yeah, I'm just saying.
Your bartending career just ends if I hit the river. By the way.
Preparation is key.
Yeah. So
But that's going to be so fun. Are you a Nashville fan?
I haven't been in years.
What?
I hear it's ass expensive now.
No, I think that depends
It's so
on.
touristy.
It's touristy, but it depends on what you want to experience.
Can I get a $5 crown there?
Yeah.
That's what I get in Spring Street. I get a $5 crown.
No,
They're
you're not getting that
$5.50,
there.
but anyway.
But I will tell you that that it's worth it.
Yeah,
So
I'm
you're
not
paying
looking forward
for
to it.
the experience and the environment, the atmosphere.
And I see these guys, I see these guys once a year, and we all get together. Usually we go to Hannibal, to Jeff Barton's house. He's got a pool, and it's fun. But this year, no, going to Nashville.
That's so
and
cool.
some of the guys I played high school football with who aren't in the league are just going to go.
That's awesome.
So
How
we're
many
all-
guys are going?
There's gonna be like 15, 20 guys.
Damn, that's
Yeah.
incredible.
Some wives are going, some are not. Ellen is not because,
She chooses not to?
because Scott and Michelle came home this weekend.
Oh, yes, that's
way
a good
more
reason.
important.
And also the holiday, it's
Yeah.
tough with the teachers. They get a little persnickety at the school district with taking personal days around holidays, and plus we have to burn some personal days when we go to California
Yeah.
in November.
15 or 16
so-
guys,
Oh,
that is
wow.
a huge deal.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
That's really, really cool.
And then on Monday night I get here, and then I'll get home Sunday. Then Monday we have our annual draft with the Art Schleister Fantasy Football League. Do you know what Art Schleister is? He was a quarterback in college and then in the NFL, and he was suspended for life for gambling. So
On his
that's-
own team?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's why
I'll
we
do
named
it.
our team, our league after him. And
What's your team name?
I'm the Rawls County Rednecks in that league.
No, what's like the if it's after Art?
It's the Art Schleister Fantasy Football League.
Oh my gosh.
ASFFL.
Nice.
So yes, and I've won it 5 times. And
No big deal.
yeah, no big deal. So yeah, and then I'm done.
Bob, Asphalt.
Yes, it is ASFL.
As-
ASFL. The league acronym is ASFL.
ASFL,
Yes, Randy, you are
wow.
correct.
That's
yes.
awesome.
So, but
Very
yeah.
cool.
So yeah, it's a
Who
good.
is your top pick?
Well, these are auctions because only booger eaters do drafts.
Booger.
What?
Rookies do drafts. You got to do an auction. And okay, the Nashville
Did
League.
you just call me a booger
I
eater?
think you did, Britt.
It's a Bill Simmons thing.
Okay, nail dubs.
Dubs and booger eater.
No,
I need a
if you
nickname.
are the auction is the more advanced form of the game.
That's where you spend way more money than what you should say, Ellen.
Yes.
What's the auction?
You go, okay, Christian McCaffrey, running back, 49ers. I won
$5,
for
$10,
yeah,
$15,
$50,
$5.
yeah, and then he goes for like
What's
50.
the highest you've gone?
I paid back in the day when Julio Jones was really good. I think I paid like $58 for him or something. So
all right. And then
that's
he's
out
on
of you have a $200 pool. You have
Okay.
you have a budget. You have a
Okay.
salary
All
cap.
right. Okay.
$200. Well, okay, it's points because we don't put $200 in this
It's
thing.
like shares.
Yeah, it's shares. Yeah. So 200. We bid 200 for
I don't
whoever.
know where. Okay, so at those numbers, it doesn't become fun anymore. That is like do or die.
Well, what do you win at the end of your
I-
pool?
The gathering.
Percentage of the money that's put in.
Okay.
Usually the winner gets half the pot.
All right.
So
Yeah,
you
I
can
see,
walk
I
away.
feel
With,
like
you
that-
can walk away with $200 or $300.
All
I
right,
think that would
gamblers.
that would create some buy-in on my part, just because I would be
see?
like, yes,
I
need
put
to learn some
$20
shit.
towards my fantasy league, knowing that I will never see that $20 again. All in
Never
good
know.
fun.
Can't win if you don't play.
True, but
Yeah.
also I start off strong.
Do you know stuff?
No, because I just look at
No.
the ESPN.
No.
I just look at the ESPN like cheat sheet and like I study that, and I don't bring it with me to the actual draft because I don't want people to think like I'm cheating. But I probably will.
Have you
bring
ever
it.
used
cheating.
Have you ever used ChatGPT?
Well, I thought about doing it this year, but then I heard on Frankie and the Clits
It's very misguiding.
that it is not fair to your fellow leaguers. Like it's
It's
almost
also misguiding.
What are you talking about? Not fair. You play to win the game.
Frank,
But you're
said
playing
it
at your-
was disingenuous
Frank, whatever.
to use AI. Mind you, he's sitting here asking AI
so
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
on his pod.
Here's what I can tell you about AI, and this is why I know it's misguiding, because I asked it a couple questions. I was like, got this in the bag. Nope, failed 100%. So I feel like AI is now
Can
in
you give
the
me an
game
example of what though?
who is the so if I'm asking a question in this game, who is most likely to score a touchdown with these other players on the team? Like, who's kind of the favorite?
So you've already asked him this.
Yeah, multiple
And
times.
how do you? Last season.
Last
That's
season.
how you know it's failed.
And then it would be like not one of them came to fruition. So I think ChatGPT is kind of like, you know what? I'm working in cahoots with FanDuel and DraftKings, and we're going to take all this money and then we'll give it back.
Don't bet parlays. That's what kills you. If you're
Yeah.
going to do FanDuel or DraftKings, just do overs, unders, or point spreads.
Unless you're sure you can win.
I don't even know.
Yes, Randy.
Listen, here's
Yes.
how dumb I am with these betting things, even though I bet. I don't know what a parlay is. I don't know how to
Parlays,
bet
if
over,
you say,
under, and I don't know how to bet
say
spread.
say the Cowboys are playing the Redskins and the Chiefs are playing the Raiders, and you pick the Cowboys and the Chiefs to both win. That's a parlay. You're making two bets.
Oh.
So
Yeah, no,
like you're cheating yourself, or you're
cheating.
just double dipping.
You get better odds,
better
so
odds,
your
yeah.
chances to win are more because because of the odds.
I do like the triple double. I don't even think that's a thing, but it's like this. If these three things? What's that called? If these three things happen, you get a
yeah.
Trifecta.
trifecta. I like doing the big odds. Like if I'm gonna bet $5, I'm either gonna lose $5 or I'm gonna win $150.
Are some of those bets like, hey, will Travis Kelce propose at this game? Was that one of those?
There are fun bets when you look
Oh, yeah.
at different
There's
things. There
prop
are
bets.
kind
All
of
kinds of
off
prop bets.
Okay.
Yeah,
Super
prop
Bowl's
bets, that's
full
what
of
it is,
them.
yeah.
Super.
How many? One of the Super Bowl prop bets last year was how many times will Taylor Swift be shown,
Be shown
on camera?
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
I lost
Okay.
that one.
So this is a probably super personal question, but I already told you, I throw $20 in. How much do you spend in fantasy?
Oh, cough is not a good sign. So I'll tell you, during a football season when I'm betting, I'll bet maybe $5 to $15 on a game, depending on.
But how many games? So and it
No, like Sunday night or Monday night or whatever it is that I'm. It'll be like $5 on one.
You're
play.
betting on high school games too, aren't you?
No, I can't do high school because those teams always just throw you for their
Yeah.
wild cards.
You didn't give me a number.
So how many games are in a season?
I don't know
Me either.
anything
Well,
about
gambling.
football.
I mean, okay,
I know.
fantasy is different from placing bets. I start off the beginning of every football season with $100,
Listen to you justify yourself.
and at the end of the football season, I have never lost money
Oh, really?
ever. In just making like bets ever since DraftKings and FanDuel have been around, I've never lost money.
I would like
You have
you
a
to
just
tip
betting.
Do you have
Just
a tip hotline? 'Cause
Just
I
betting
could use that.
football.
Okay.
I could gladly share. I'm not proud.
No,
In fantasy, probably if I joined another league for some dumb reason. Somewhere between $400 and $500 is my
For the season?
for the season.
for the season. Yeah.
I don't believe you.
You think it's more?
Yeah.
No.
If you're buying players,
I don't.
for-
Okay,
Well, that
the league.
doesn't count for the travel to
No.
Nashville
Okay,
and
the
all
league.
the
All right,
things.
so
No,
the
no, no, I'm
so
not
the,
counting that.
The,
I'm
the
saying-
Art Schleister Fantasy Football League. We have a $200 pool.
The
Our
Asphalt
buy-in,
Fund.
the Asphalt League. The buy-in is only $50. We say $200 is our salary cap, but we only each put 50 in.
Okay.
So I put 50 in a couple of leagues, 75 in a couple of leagues. The league I am in with my high school friends, my cousin, who I'm co-owners with, he pays it all because I'm the guy, because my cousin is not the expert.
You're
I am
owners?
the
Oh, you're the
expert.
tip-
You're the tip-
owners.
Co-owners.
You're
Co-owners of our
co-
team.
That's awesome.
You own your team. You don't remember the titties. You're an owner of that. You're the owner. That's what you call them.
I don't want to own this anymore.
Well, anyway, so what I like when I'm
Oh, I
betting,
think you own them.
when I'm betting, it's not every game because obviously I can't watch every game because I lose interest really quick. But if I'm watching and let's say Luke's really engaged and I need to be there eating wings and all my friends are there, I'm putting bets max 10 or 15 bucks.
Opening Sunday, replay.
Yeah.
That's where they have all the games and all that.
See,
Chelsea's
now-
cooked up the wings.
That's when things start
Opening
to
Sunday.
get
That's where
steeper,
you've got
'cause then I have
all the.
drinks.
That's when you get but you get your bets in ahead of time, and then you're eating. I get there probably about an hour or so before kickoff. I'll have my Bloody Mary. I'll have 5 or 6 wings. Then we go through a couple beers. Then halftime, you get a few more wings. I stay for usually the first round of games. Like, every game on every TV in there. We'll we'll promote it a little more. We've been promoting it for years. It's the best place to watch football in town.
Jim's Wings. Okay, so I posted earlier on my Facebook page something about me being a spoiled brat and wanting
the
like
flats.
flat. Jim's Wings are the only wings I will eat a drummy out of.
I prefer
don't-
drummies.
Oh
too.
God.
Team Drummy.
You know
I am
why?
team flat, and I say well done. And then some of the comments on there were like, not just like the whole like, they're like, no, I will never split my portion, blah blah blah, for customers. Like, well, there are places that do that for an upcharge of $1 or $2.
Smart places.
And I would expect to pay $1 or $2 if you're
It's a
asking.
premium.
But plus it's a special thing.
But I didn't say I wasn't gonna pay for it.
Yeah, you're just saying
Jimmy,
you're
they
spoiled because you love them.
only do those wings on Sundays during NFL
And
season.
he grills them.
They're grilled.
That's
Why do you
kind
like
of-
drummies better?
More meat.
Yeah, me too.
Really?
Also, less
Yeah.
weird shit.
No, disagree.
I'm
There's
very,
more-
very. No, I can take the
I
meat.
am
I
the
eat
You
my
can
wings.
also
I
eat
eat my wings with a fork.
the
Me too.
drummy.
That tells
No,
me.
I
Me
don't.
too.
Luke splits the thing.
I eat my
Clean.
wings with a fork, and I can't do the.
Well, I
drumming.
mean, there are a lot. I mean, I will eat
I can eat the chunk.
The flat. I will just put the whole thing on my mouth and go
That's Luke.
and pull it out.
It grosses me out.
And then but the drummy, I'll eat like a little chicken.
I
leg
eat
around.
the big chunk of meat off the side, and then I fork around all the weird shit.
I will
And then I
never
leave
eat
so
the
much
weird
meat on the
stuff.
bone that Luke cleans
I didn't know
that
you
too.
forked around. Hey!
fork around and
funny.
find out.
Fork around, find out.
All right, so let's. Okay, so we know we love wings.
We know we love wings and
Okay,
football.
We know we love football.
I wanna
even if
know
we don't
what this
understand
is.
It. Yeah, what's skin?
Skin that smoke wagon and see what happens. It's a line from Tombstone.
Is this Val?
No, that's Kurt Russell. It's Wyatt Earp.
It's
Oh, it looks like Val Kilmer.
Because
another addition
it's
to
this.
Bob's T-shirt.
I've had this one for a
collection.
while. I think I've worn it before. So the scene where Billy Bob Thornton, back when he was like Fat Billy Bob Thornton, do you remember that at all?
No,
No.
I've always known him as being hot,
No.
Billy Bob.
Well,
Is
he's
this the guy
he's
who's on
still
the cell
hot. He's
phone
just chubby.
commercial now?
Yes.
Okay.
But he's sitting there and he's dealing faro, which is a card game. He's dealing faro, and Kurt Russell, Wyatt Earp, walks up to him, and then Billy Bob, what are you looking at? Nothing. He goes, well, get out of here, whatever. And then they just chime at each other, and then he says, you need to get out of here, and then Russell just stands there, and Billy Bob starts quivering. I ain't scared of you. Yeah, you're scared. You're scared. And he pulls him up out of his chair, and he's like, pull it. Grab that pistol. Pistol out of a holster. It's called Skin That Smoke Wagon and See What Happens. Is when
Sounds
you take
like
the pistol out of
something
the
very
thing.
perverted.
Well, no. And then he just whips his ass with the gun and throws him out the door. It's awesome. Great scene.
Favorite Kurt Russell movie, Overboard. 100% hands down.
Tombstone.
Used cars.
Tombstone
Used
is
cars,
like
100%.
probably my all-time favorite movie, but I'll tell you what, him in Miracle is incredible.
Really?
When
Never
he's Herb
seen it.
Brooks, the hockey coach,
Never seen it.
it's a fantastic movie.
So,
His speech,
you have a movie?
No, because I'm like.
No
gonna-
Kurt Russell
You're a
movie?
baby.
Well,
She's
I
a baby.
yeah. I'm a
Guardians of the
baby.
Galaxy 2, maybe?
Have you ever seen Overboard?
What's the one where
Captain
he-
Ron?
Wait, no. What's the one where
The
he's-
computer wore tennis
Will
shoes?
you stop?
Captain Ron's really good too. Yeah.
What's the one?
The Jungle Boy on Gilligan's Island?
Is he in Dirty Dancing?
Kurt Russell?
No.
No. Okay, was he in the movie where it's like he's playing the evil guy? Tron. Was he in Tron? The new Tron?
No.
No.
Well, the new one, I don't know.
I think he was in Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Backdraft, he was.
I think he was in
Sky High?
Let me
Yeah.
ask my
Sky High.
Great movie.
computer.
For kiddos.
No, he's been in, he's one of my, he is one of my favorites.
He was Snake Plissken.
He was
He
Snake
was
Plissken.
Snake.
He was
Yeah.
Snake Plissken, yes.
But Overboard
Oh my God,
is-
I'm confusing him with Jeff Bridges.
Yeah.
That's easy to do. I
It
can
is
see that.
easy. Yeah, I can see it.
Yes.
Okay,
And
so
they use Jim Dandy to the rescue and Overboard.
Jim
as a
Dandy
scene.
to the rescue. Yes, they did.
I got some
At-
great Jim Dandy stories.
at the putt-putt place.
Yeah,
Seriously.
I got a couple of great Jim Dandy stories I
Yeah.
will not tell on television.
All right. Well,
I'll get
It's
it
not
out of
television.
him.
It's
Yes,
online.
I was
You
gonna
can
say,
tell.
good thing
Okay,
this
in
is
that
online.
FCC? We don't need no FCC.
In that case, Jim. No, never mind.
I'll get that out of him later. I want to talk about also, you're speaking of collections, because T-shirt. Can we get any more shit on this table?
I love
It's awesome, isn't it?
Do not take this stuff off.
No,
right.
never. It's
I will
I will
fantastic.
say we got to get
I'm
Randy
the
some
only
new hair.
I'm the only naysayer on it. I'm like
You're not a tchotchkes person.
I mean,
It's broken off. That's the only thing I was saying.
Oh, okay.
It's broken off.
I-
on
Yeah,
me.
Randy's hair.
Yeah,
Well, it's because
what happened?
the arm had to go
Yeah.
up there. That's why you had to cut the hair off or
but
whatever.
you can
so.
only see it from the behind. I don't think
Right.
they can see
No,
it.
you can't
but,
see
Anyway,
it
I
from there,
love
so.
the. I think that it represents a lot of what Muddy River News is, which is fun and carefree and awesome.
Eclectic.
And I think that
Ooh, it
Brittany
is
just
very eclectic.
Brittany just needs more representation up there.
No, I
We
don't
need a
want
Brittany
anything
bobblehead
else. I'm
or a
about to
bobble,
take mine
a
off.
Brittany bobble
Bobble
something.
boobies.
Bobble boobies. There we go.
Brittany Bobble Boobies.
Hey, Randy, look that shit up and see
I
if we can
got-
get those.
I'm on it.
I got some junk in the trunk, but other than that, that's about it. Okay, so along with, are we just jumping around? Are we cool with this?
I'd say collect.
Okay, so
What are you collecting right now, Ashley?
debt. Does that count? No, but so with back to school and we're doing a vacation and we're going, I was going to bring up other sports aside. So you brought up hockey and we're talking about football. I get the great pleasure of going to a St. Louis City soccer game this weekend. Of course, Ruby, that we've talked about, Ruby Waite, is going to be honorary player for St. Louis City Soccer. They were so great visiting her in the hospital. They're letting her practice on the field this weekend, so we get to go and be a part of that. It's going to be very, very,
That'll be
very cool. The kiddos get to go. Kind of like I think a last hurrah for summer with our family, which I think
It's also
is
like a once in a lifetime. Let's
it's
be real. This
very
is
cool.
expensive.
It's very cool, but I was telling a couple of my friends because it is expensive, but it's one of those things where you're like, money, you can't really put a price on something like
An
this.
experience.
This
Right.
is,
It's
it's
an
not,
experience.
not just an experience, but
Man,
it's
I am
support and-
jelly though.
Yeah.
It's a soccer game, a professional soccer game.
Yeah.
It's so cool that we have this so close to home now.
So cool. Yeah.
Like when I watched soccer, younger, I always felt like I would never see a real professional game, and now it's there's a possibility. I plan on taking that possibility, but it'll probably want to be one of those once in a lifetime.
So I was talking to somebody that I had a Teams call or something boring, and I was telling him about the soccer game because I'm obviously very excited about it. And he was like, "Oh, let me look up these players." And he was from England or something, and he really knows footy or whatever you call it over there, right? Football. And he was like, "Oh, the coach is outstanding. Oh, and this guy. Oh, so
Yeah, they just got a new
obviously
coach.
their roster is pretty impressive."
But,
So
yeah, because they got a new coach because they were pretty bad.
okay, well, not that I know shit about soccer or sports for
Me neither.
that
I don't
matter.
know anything about soccer.
But I'm really excited to go. Not only, we were talking earlier, some people love to hate soccer, whatever. It's very high energy. I can watch soccer over baseball, forgive me. But I love baseball, but soccer is just very high energy. And I think it's one of those things that you're going to be able to get everybody riled up and excited. So I'm super excited. That's it. I
I'm
just
going to
wanted
the Cardinal game Tuesday night as part of this conference thing, and I'm not excited at all because they're just awful.
They are?
Tell us
so
how
bad.
you really
Why?
feel, Bob.
Why do you think they're so
I went to
bad?
Wrigley Field on our anniversary and watched frickin' Miles Michaels give up 6 home runs, and
Why-
they're bad.
why
The
is
Cardinals
it
are bad.
ruined?
Why?
His
Is it
anniversary.
players,
Cardinals are
coaching,
bad.
managing? What is it?
All the above.
Really?
Yes.
Who's the manager?
Clean house. Ali Marmal is the manager now. But
Who was the manager before him?
Mike Schulte, who they fired for no reason.
Didn't he get 2 eyes?
No, that was Tony La Russa.
Okay.
I was gonna say, don't you remember those Tony La Russa days?
Yeah, when we won, it was great. World Series, go to World
Funny
Series.
how
it
quickly
was
those things
awesome.
can turn on a dime, though.
Yeah.
And then their supporters now you're still
I'm a fan, but
Okay.
they had the smallest crowd in the history of the new
17,000
stadium.
something,
17,000. They'd
something.
never been under 20,000, and they had
I'm
17,000
sorry, but
the
you
other
root
night.
your team on. Okay.
I root them on. I just don't care to.
now.
Okay,
do,
Major
do-
League.
I'm not going to show up and
do
root for the A's or
do
something
stadiums
Tuesday
and
night.
teams
Major
lower their
League.
ticket prices if they're sucking?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. If nobody's coming up there, hey, come here for. I mean, you can go on StubHub and buy a Cardinal ticket for $2.
That's heartbreaking.
Yeah, it's terrible.
But then you get there and you have to spend $14 on a beer.
Well, this deal with this conference, it's an all-inclusive, so I'm fine with that.
All
So.
right. Well, whatever.
Works for me.
Anyway,
You really are like those major league the
No,
people
I'm
in the
not.
stands. You suck.
Oh,
And
yeah,
then
absolutely.
pitchfork out
And then
there.
once they have their comeback or they're winning, wow.
I am Randy Quaid. And then I'm going to the Mizzou game next Saturday. So
All right,
when they beat the
so-
shit out of the chicken.
I'm
Soccer
talking
game,
about the
Nashville, Mizzou.
fans.
What do you got going on, Brittany?
What, this weekend?
Anything. You got fun stuff coming up? You got fun thing, even stays?
I work all
Yeah, I know.
the time.
Yeah.
That's all I do.
Somebody
I
has to
can't
keep this place running. It is Brittany. Thank you, love.
She and Michelle
Yeah.
going to be running the show while I'm gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will be working all weekend. I think we're having a family gathering on Sunday with my husband's family. They have a nice pool and everything,
Yeah,
but
it's
they were going to do it on Monday, and I was like, well, I work. And I just, I
They
have
switched it for you?
Yeah, aren't they
Sweet.
amazing?
That's
That
awesome.
is nice.
That's nice.
But it's like odds and ends jobs, like being the bartender. We'll be open on Labor Day.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping that I can make it a special Labor Day. I'm trying to convince someone to play. I don't know if he'll do
Ah.
it, but
Yeah.
I
He's
want.
already playing
Well,
Friday night. Make him
Yeah,
play
I'm not
again.
trying to make him play all the time.
Yes, you can
but
play.
Play all
Come
the
on.
tunes.
Support your wife.
We
anyway,
play Freebird.
What?
We play Freebird.
No, you don't just he's the type of
You know what?
musician that practice.
You know
I
what?
hate that. Like when people are like, "Can you play this?" It's like,
requests.
I mean,
I request
if I
shit
know
all
the
time.
guy
but there
in the band,
are
I always
musicians
jokingly
that,
yell
like,
Freebird.
practice to perfection,
Yeah.
and he's one of them.
Yeah.
He's not one that's
Oh,
just gonna
absolutely,
like, whiff it off.
But if I request something that he knows, is he willing to play it?
For you, probably.
I would never.
For other people, do you know him?
Actually, I probably would after a couple drinks. I'd be like, "Hey, I
Yeah.
know you." Yeah. No, but so okay.
There's a huge comedy show tonight,
Yes.
though, that I really want to attend. Unfortunately, I'm working. But that's going to be huge. The fact that we're bringing comedy back to Quincy,
Love
that's
it.
awesome. It's at the State Street Theater. I'm
Loved your
hoping
post.
that the Blueberry Productions people come here regularly, like once a month, put on something. We have so many venues in Quincy, so they do have lots of opportunities. We just had Matt Miller in. He was discussing how Quincy and the arts are just phenomenal with music and plays, and now he wants to add comedy to it. So I'm looking forward to that.
And
my husband does play tonight at Point Divine.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to check them
And they
out.
have food, I heard.
Yeah, Point Divine has actually
The
delicious
food is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they do the special stuff, it's really
That's
good.
awesome.
So that's going on. Lots of things going on tonight. And then, Saturday we have, I plan on waking up early tomorrow for the farmer's market. Last week I scored so hard.
Yeah.
I also spent so much.
Take
too.
Michelle or remind Michelle because she was talking. Oh, I gotta forget. And I said you should go
It's
Saturday.
so good. Right now, Melanie Castile is there with her
plants, yeah.
and I'm
She's a
all
mecca.
about the fall plantage. And that's just going to continue to go, you're going to see pumpkins and autumn things and jams. So that's something fun to check out
I
in
love
Washington
that you're
Park.
taking you're looking at the small things and making.
Yeah,
them
those are
awesome.
my big
Hell
things
yeah.
for the
That's
most
awesome.
part, I feel like.
I think we all have moments of, this is really something that's awesome and big and we're really looking forward to. But I try to look at things every day like that. And maybe it's for people, but when you wake up in the morning, you're like, what am I looking forward to today?
Yes.
Find something.
Yes.
Because there's so much
Yes.
good stuff.
Last thing,
so
Life's
much
too
good
short.
stuff.
Shameless plug on my end, though, if you don't have a gathering to go to on Labor Day, I know that's sometimes like a family gathering. Join me at Spring Street. I will be there in the afternoon.
I was going to say, so live music is always great, but how about food? Are you going to bring in some food? You weren't until I just said that.
You are now.
Listen,
Nice
because
job.
I think food is what's really it's what brings people together outside of booze. It doesn't have to be expensive. Chips.
Yeah, I used to have chips and salsa Monday. Do you remember that? Yeah.
What happened? Dick fingers get in the chips and salsa. I'm not.
And on that note,
It's time to go. So anyway, have a great holiday weekend. We'll see you next week.
No dick fingers.